Hello ladies, gentlemen, fans and friends. Today I'm going to make a new video about Pokemon Soulsilver or Generation 4 games in general. Because 2 days ago I finished my Safari Zone living decks, and this has been a project going since 2021, I believe. I finished the Safari Zone in Generation 3 when did I finish it? April 2023, I think. I traded all those over to Gen 4, and then I caught all of the Safari Zone Pokémons in here as well. Let's see. Yeah, so every Safari Zone Pokemon has a circle mark, and some of them also have a triangle, and that means that they are evolved. But normally Pidgey evolves into Pidgeotto at, I don't know, I think level 19, that can be accurate. Sometimes you can find Pokemon in the wild that are a lower level than when they evolve. For example, Pidgeotto of level 15. And the lowest level out of those Pokemon will get a triangle. Square is Pokemon from the GameCube, Heart is an event, Stars is shiny, and the Diamond is for Pokemon caught in a bug catching contest. So now you know all the marks I made. Now I'll show you all the Safari Zone Pokemon. Let's see, it's a little bit hard. Maybe I should just film it like this. And if I show all these Pokemon, you can see they have been caught in a Safari Ball, in the Safari Zone. Yeah, this one has been caught in 2021. It's now the end of 2024, nearly 2025. So yeah, I just wanted to show all of these off. Like this Pikachu is from Emerald and it got a light ball. That's pretty rare. It's a coincidence. I didn't hunt for it. It just happened to have the light ball. That's pretty cool. Why are they both called Sandy? I always call one of my Sandshrews Sandy. But yeah, they are different Pokemon. I just happen to have the same nickname. I didn't notice that before. Oh, alright. Normally I like to give Pokemon just a regular normal name. But in some cases I like to give them a special name. Most often if they happen to have a story attached to them, which some of these do. Most of them are just caught like most of them are just caught in the Safari Zone, easy as that. Thing is, the Safari Zone in Generation 4 is a work of patience. Because like you see this Golduck, normally you can't get a Golduck at level 17. This one is, so it has the triangle. These are a little bit more special and rare. Not a lot of people have these Pokemon, or they are not aware that they have the Pokemon and that they are special. But the Generation 4 you can see Poliwhirl again. Poliwrath, same story. Normally you can't get a Poliwhirl at level 16, but since you can evolve it with a Water Stone, you can get Poliwrath at super low level as well. Yeah. The Safari Zone in Johto, you have to place objects in them. You are the owner. And those objects, they attract certain Pokemon. And that's really cool. I like the mechanic a lot. But the biggest thing about it is that it takes time. You have to wait real life days. You can't skip it by changing the time on your DS. And some of these Pokemon you have to wait like 100 days in order to encounter them. Not even catch them, but encounter. And there is a way around this. And I tried that. And for some reason it didn't work. And in the end, I had to wait even longer. Like if you have to wait 100 days, I had to wait a few weeks for my game to like reset or something. And then the timer waited 100 days. So I ended up waiting a lot longer than expected, unfortunately. Also, this Gengar, I caught another Gengar on my Pokemon Platinum version for my Living Dex challenge. Because if you insert either Fire Red or Leaf Green or something in the dual slot on the DS, you can encounter special Pokemon. It took me a lot of effort to catch a Gengar on that game. And I caught a Gengar at level 16, which is the lowest level you can get a Gengar in the game. And then later I discovered that I could catch a Haunter in the Safari Zone at level 16 as well. So I had to catch those again. So the story about Gengar is basically that I caught 2 of them unnecessary. But it was a cool hunt nonetheless. But yeah, little story attached to it. Another thing about the Safari Zone is that there are 12 areas you can visit, but you can only visit 6 at once. And if you switch, all your objects are gone. So you have to choose 6 areas, place objects, wait like 100 days or something. You then need to catch all the Pokemon. Then you need to switch to the other 6 areas, place objects again, and then wait 100 days again. And this is a very simplified explanation, but that is basically what I had to do. I couldn't cheat it. Another friend of mine has Heart Gold. I asked her if she wanted to help me with the Safari Zone, and she did. But in the end, her game turned out to be a false game. It was not legit, not an official Nintendo product. And the days didn't count. So I had to do the whole Safari Zone just soloing. Just me with one game. Longer than expected. So I'm really glad that the hunt is over. I just want to show my Magikarp and my Gyarados in a Safari Ball. Because you don't see that a lot. Like Lapras, neither. Ditto. These are all relatively normal Pokemon, but you never see them in the Safari Ball, or barely. I never see trainers with Safari Pokemon, to be honest. These starters don't have Safari balls, but I didn't have space to place them, I think. The Johto Safari deck starts with Sentret, in any case. Yeah, these Pokemon, they don't have a lot of special stories. I do know that Crobat was a pain to evolve, because it is a happiness or friendship evolution. And those take a really long time. Yeah. Like, I don't think a lot of people in the world have a level 16 Blossom. And it's legit. I don't know, these Pokemon, I'm busy with a living dex. And I want to make the coolest living dex in the world. Because I wanted to do it once. And I thought, yeah, if I have to do it once, I better make it a good one. Because I'm never going to do it again. So I went all in. Oh, this Quagsire. This Quagsire and the Murkrow, both of them, were such a pain to catch. Like, I used two websites, Cerebi.com and Bulbapedia.com. And sometimes they have different information about a single Pokemon. So one site may say that Quagsire is only available at level 17 and the other says 16. And I don't know which one is right, so I have to figure that out. But I also experienced that both of these sites can be wrong. And that I find something that hasn't been found or documented on the internet yet. And I believe the Quagsire and the Murkrow are both documented, but they were extremely hard to find and catch as well. It takes a lot of encounters just to find a level 16 Quagsire, but it also takes a lot of tries to catch it. So it was a real difficult hunt, the Quagsire specifically and the Murkrow. And the sad thing about the Murkrow is that I had to do it twice, because I need to evolve one for a Honchkrow as well. And at the time, I was convinced that the Honchkrow needed to be level 16, because it was the lowest possible level. And I did all that, and later I realized that yeah, you can just breed a Murkrow, hatch it at level 1, give it a Dusk Stone and evolve it, so... I could have just caught one at level 17 and call it a day. But yeah, I didn't. I am glad that I have the level 16 one though. Like, it is a memory. It is a story. It's part of the adventure. And also I don't game a lot these days. The older I get, the less I game. The less memories I make. But I slowly grinded this all. Like you've seen the Pharaoh. I've been at it at 2020 since 2021. And I do like the memories. They might not be good, but they are mine. It's my own Pokemon adventure, and honestly, it is a real adventure to search on the internet. How do you encounter this? Searching for them, maybe find stuff that hasn't been documented yet. It's been a lot of fun, honestly. And then later, I had to grind to evolve everything. Like, you don't catch a wild Tyranitar, you have to train Pupitar or Larvitar all the way up. And I don't have a lucky egg on this game. I believe Lotad is still Safari Zone. These are from the bug catching contest. Yeah, they don't count for this video. Ludicolo, was the last Pokemon I needed to evolve 2 days back. I thought I needed to evolve this with a Leaf Stone. So I traded over a Leaf Stone from Platinum. It turned out I needed a Water Stone. Then I needed to get a Water Stone and I didn't know if it was still possible in the game. In the end it worked out, but it was... I was so excited to finally evolve the last Pokemon, and then it turned out that I still had a little bit more to go. Yeah, this Ludicolo, even though it's a jolly and dancing Pokemon, it tested my patience. I spelled Shift Tree wrong, but honestly, I think this is more appropriate since it looks more tree-like. Now I read the original name is Shift Try, and this is Shift Tree. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, also, like you see Surskit and Masquerain. Masquerain is 2 levels higher. I did not catch a Surskit and evolved it into a Masquerain. If I can catch a Surskit and I can also catch a Masquerain, I catch them both. I don't go the easy way, catch one and evolve it. I want to catch them all. And I took that literally. Like, I am not fulfilled with just catching a Lotad and evolve it. I want to catch Lotad and Lombre and Ludicolo, if possible. If it isn't possible, I need to evolve it, but I want to catch everything I can. And I'm doing that with this. Also, almost every evolution line you can get in the Safari Zone completely, but there's no wild Slakoth. You can only catch a Vigoroth and evolve it. But yeah, Slakoth is maybe the only one, I'm not sure, but this is one of the only ones missing from most evolution lines. The bugs are from the bug catching contest. We're almost through this. And when we are, I'm going to show you how I did this on paper. And I also have some statistics for y'all. Because I calculated the percentage of Pokemon you can catch in the Safari Zone from the complete decks. Boss Panda. Yeah, I hunted, I saw a video from someone on the internet, I'm not sure which video it was. I believe Johnstone. And he hunted for a Spinda specifically with a bald head. And I was like, yo, that's funny. I'm gonna do that as well. It took a while, but it was a funny challenge. Oh, level 20 Whiscash. How many people have that? I don't know, I just like rare Pokemon. And even though they are not special in general, they are special to me. And I just love unique stuff. I like collecting. I'm collecting Pokemon. And each and every one of them has a story. And that's so cool to me. I got this box right here. It took a while to evolve everything. And we're almost there. And this Starly is one of the earliest Pokemon I got. Because a friend of mine caught it for me. But looking at the date, I think she already had one. Either that or her DS was on the wrong date. But yeah, it still has all the capital letters, sadly. But it has another trainer ID. This one also has a different trainer ID, but I don't have all the games myself. You cannot get the Starly line in Platinum in the Great Marsh. I include that in the Safari Zone challenge because you have Safari balls. But yeah, I asked all my friends to help me with this challenge. I don't have Diamond or Pearl, only Platinum. And they helped me get some Pokemon as well. It's a collaborative effort. This is Bukachi, yeah. Pachirisu, Buizo, like a Pachirisu in a Safari ball. I don't know, it's just cool to me. Ambipom, we're almost at the end. Miss Magius, Honchcrow, level 16. Oh, it took a while to get that one. Chingling, so cute. Oh, and the Gibble line. I had to wait so long for these. And Lucario. It took a long time to evolve a wild Riolu into a Lucario, but yeah. I don't think a lot of people have Lucario in a Safari ball, unless you shiny hunt it. It might be a more popular target for shiny hunters, but I don't know. I like it. Last page. Scorpy. Oh, Drapion and Toxicroak, both of them. They were also an adventure. Multiple weeks, I think. Let's see the date. How March 10, 2023, March 15. Yeah, it took 5 days. Okay, that's not weeks. But it took a long time to find both of them. First of all, I needed to ask my friend his game. But the Great Marsh has daily encounters. Every day there's a different encounter, and I believe Drapion and Toxicroak are both different encounters. Even then, they are rare encounters, and even within those rare encounters, it takes a long time to get them at the lowest level possible. And after that, you still need to catch them. So there were a lot of weird, difficult, tedious tasks to get these two, but it did felt really good to catch them. And now I have the lowest level possible for Drapion and Toxicroak. Awesome stuff. Magnezone, both Magnezone and Probopass, I don't know. Not the most difficult Pokemon to evolve, but you have to trade them to Diamond, Pearl, Platinum and then level up in Mount Coronet to get them. And that's a bit of a hassle. Also, this Rhyperior, I caught it on Fire Red. Traded it to this game, or like via the dual slot, and then evolved it. I don't know, a Rhyperior from Kanto, like from the Game Boy Advance games. It just felt cool to me. Tangela, same thing. Electivire and McMortar, I had to catch these on the DS though. And yeah, Mega, I'm not sure if this is from Kanto as well. Probably Hoenn then. No, Great Marsh. Oh yeah, because you can catch this in the wild? No, I left it up. I need to evolve it. Oh, okay. I thought Yanma was maybe an encounter in Emerald, but it isn't. I think it isn't. Gliscor, oh, so cool. And the last one, Dusknoir. Yeah, that's it. all possible Safari Zone Pokémon in Generation 4, including traded ones from Generation 3. Now I'm going to show you how I did it. I use this booklet a lot. The pages are falling out. But I started with Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I just wrote down which Pokemon I needed to evolve. I evolved them in 2022. I also did the National Park one for the bug catching contest, and I wrote down every single Pokemon and their evolutions and which day they were encountered. Also which time of the day, but that doesn't affect Pokemon right here. And the triangles mean that you can get them at a lower level. I'm not 100% sure. No, the triangles just mean on which day, yeah. But I completed this in 2021, I thought. But 2 or 3 years later, I actually found on Reddit a way I read on the internet, I believe Reddit, that if you catch a Nincada in a sports ball, and you trade it to Platinum, and Platinum only, and then you get a Shedinja, it also is in a sports ball. Because I tried it before with my friend's Diamond, and it didn't work. But later it did work on Emerald, so yeah. Actual date I completed this due to the Shedinja was 2024. And then I took the Safari Zone project on Ruby. Later I started this without having Emerald. I later got this from a friend of mine for free. I'm super thankful for him. But yeah, I just wrote down every single Pokemon I needed to catch, basically. And then I used the Heart Gold and Soulsilver ones. And I wrote down the areas. And I wrote down every single Pokemon I needed to get inside the area. And possible evolutions, because you cannot catch a Kadabra. You cannot catch Alakazam, so I needed to catch 3 Abras and then evolve them. And not only did I wrote down what I needed to catch, but also how to catch it. So if I want to encounter Manectric, I needed to have 15 plains objects in the plains area. For some Pokemon you need to wait days, like Riolu. I needed to wait 70 days with this specific setup. And like Clefairy, there's a moon. You can only catch Clefairy at night. And like Skiploom, level 17 is lowest level possible. So yeah, a lot of factors, a lot of work, but I did it. And every time I finished an area, I wrote down the date as well. So that's for Soulsilver. And then you got this. Also Soulsilver. And then I caught the Great Marsh. And I later found out that the only Pokemon in Diamond or Pearl were the Starly, the Staravia, and the Staraptor. So yeah. How did I do everything? Like on this side, I need to place objects, and like you can place 30 objects, but if you read here, I need 15 forests and 50 peaks, and I wanted them to be there at the same time. Preferably, you can do that. You can only do that if you level up an object, and that can be done by just simply waiting. So if an object is in the Safari Zone for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or a month, it goes up a level and then it counts double or +1. So 1 object after a month becomes 2 objects, and a month later it becomes 3. And I calculated that using this. I wrote down every single area again, I wrote down everything I need to catch all the Pokemon at once. I didn't want to wait multiple times. I just wanted to wait one time and catch everything then. So I caught everything, counted them up, and then split it in weeks or months. I don't remember on the top of my head how I calculated it, but I just waited weeks or months for the objects to be like this. So in the end, like if you look at the forest biome, I placed down 8 plain objects, 6 forest, 7 peak and 8 water, and I waited like maybe 3 weeks or months, I'm not sure, but I had to wait for 3 something. And after that waiting time, I could catch every single Pokemon in the forest biome. That's how I did it. I later had to recalculate stuff because I did that over here, I think. Metang, the evolution of Beldum, was an evolution. The information on Cerebi.com was just plain wrong, and it turned out the Bulbapedia had the right information. So sadly I had to change stuff, but it worked out in the end. So lastly, I calculated the percentages of how many Pokemon you can catch in the Safari Zone overall. So if you look at Kanto, you have 151 Pokemon. I caught 99 of them in the Safari Zone, and that's 66% of the whole Kanto Dex can be caught in the Safari Zone. It's like 65.45 or something, or 57, I'm not sure. 66%, it's crazy. Then Johto, 100 Pokemon, 65 in the Safari Zone, 65%, easy calculation. Then we go to Hoenn, 44%. You can see it declining. Then Sinnoh, 38. And then of the whole Pokédex together, everything together, 493 Pokemon, 256 are caught in the Safari Zone, which is about 52%. So you can catch more than half of all the Pokemon in the whole game in the Safari Zone. Awesome. So yeah, I finished this for my living decks. I caught all the Safari Zone Pokemon. You can see here I still have other Pokemon, like Togekiss. She's called Grace. She's from the GameCube, because she has a square mark. And the coolest thing about the GameCube one is she has Tri-Attack. And it's the only Togepi that can learn Tri-Attack. And because of the ability Serene Grace, it increases the chance to either burn, freeze or paralyze the foe. This Pokemon is a nightmare for a lot of trainers. Really cool stuff. And I want all of those cool Pokemon inside my living decks. So that will hopefully be the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. It's still Christmas, I believe, so I hope you had a good Christmas. Best wishes for 2025. Thank you for watching, thank you for your patience. Maybe I'll see you next time, maybe not. In any case, have a nice day. And yeah, I wish you well. Bye bye.